How is overtime pay calculated on your paycheck? Imagine working extra hours and wondering if you're getting paid correctly for that time. Understanding how overtime pay is figured out can help you make sure you're fairly compensated. When you work more than 40 hours in a single week, the law says you should earn at least 1.5 times your regular hourly rate for those extra hours. This is called overtime pay. The first step is knowing your regular rate of pay. If you're paid hourly, it's simple, just look at your hourly wage. If you're salaried, you divide your weekly salary by the number of hours the salary covers, usually 40 hours. To find out how much you earn per hour, you divide your weekly salary by 40. Once you have your regular rate, you multiply that by 1.5 to get your overtime rate. For example, if you make $20 an hour, your overtime rate is $30 an hour. Now, if you work 5 hours of overtime, you multiply those 5 hours by $30, which equals $150 in overtime pay. For hourly workers, calculating overtime pay is straightforward. You take the hours worked beyond 40, multiply by your overtime rate, and add that to your regular pay. Salaried employees need to do a bit more math. First, find your regular rate by dividing your weekly salary by the hours you are supposed to work, usually 40. Then, multiply that rate by 1.5 to get your overtime rate. Multiply the overtime hours by this rate to find your overtime pay. Some employers use a method called the fluctuating workweek. This method is used when hours vary a lot. Instead of dividing your salary by 40, they divide by the actual hours worked that week. Overtime is then paid at half the regular rate for each overtime hour. It's important for both employees and employers to understand these calculations. Accurate overtime pay helps avoid legal issues and ensures workers are paid fairly. If you work extra hours, knowing how your overtime is calculated can help you verify your paycheck. Employers must follow these rules to stay compliant with labor laws. So next time you see your paycheck, you'll know exactly how those extra hours are being paid out.